Hello Flosstube, my name's Kristen and thank you for checking out my first video. I thought today I would just do a super short introduction on myself and then just share my works in progress. I live in New Hampshire with my husband and our 2 young adult sons. We also have some little creatures. We've got dogs and frogs and geckos, and I work full-time as a physical therapist assistant. I just been toying with this idea. My husband kind of put it in my head a few months ago because I watched so much Flosstube. He's like, you should do that. I thought, well, I'm the last person in the world you would think would do a video. I'm the type that hides in the back of the class and doesn't raise her hand. But I also don't have anybody that I can talk to about cross-stitch. My family's supportive, but I don't have any friends. I don't really have anybody else that enjoys it as much as I do. So I just thought I would give this a go and see how it goes. So I have about 20 or so whips. I know there's people with more, and I have plenty more I could do. I have a whole stack of things all kitted up, and I'm trying to be good about trying to finish something before I start something, but you know how that goes. So about half of what I have are full coverage, and then the rest are like Mirabilias and just some fun stuff. I'm pretty nerdy, so I have a lot of nerdy projects. So I think I'll just kind of get to it. So the first few that I have are the Hades that I have, or the Heaven and Earth designs. And I'm going to have to go off my tablet some because I wasn't able to print pictures of all of them. So sorry, I know this is probably not the way to do it. The first one that I have was my first Heaven and Earth design that I got. I just loved it. But I also got a mini, not knowing that the more detailed the chart, maybe mini wasn't such a good idea. But I think I'm about 15% done with this one. So this is John Shannon's Day Night. And I also have the, I kind of consider it like a companion chart, which is the, I don't know if I can make this one big enough. It's John Shannon's Night and Day. Try not to get too much glare there. So that one I haven't done a whole lot on because I wanted to work down towards more of the detailed area and then just see how that looked before I really got into the second one, because I have all the threads and everything I need, but this is what I have so far on Night Day. So I'm trying to work myself all the way down to the end of the moon where it gets kind of flowery, and but I kind of dig it. I like the tree detail on the back. So I think on this one, I'm 15% done, and that's 1 over 1 full cross, and that is 25 count. Easy count. And I tried to stack everything up and have it all out of the bags so it didn't annoy anybody. So we'll see how this goes. So this is the little tiny bit that I've done on Night and Day, which is 1%. I'm not even sure if you can even really tell. It's really dark. It just kind of looks like a dark blob, I think. So we'll see how that goes. And then the next one I have is a quick stitch Heaven and Earth design, and this is the quick stitch Phantom of the Opera. Shoot, I forget the designer. It might be Amy Stewart. And this one I started in the top right corner. Not sure why I started in the top right corner, as I usually start in the top left corner. I think I wanted to get to the chandelier, which looks kind of cool. Let me show you. Oh yeah, that's pretty. But I don't have a whole lot done. I started this as a birthday start last year and haven't touched it since then. So I haven't stitched on this since February, and I am 1.5% done on this one. So it's just a little of the sparkles. This is the first time I tried Petite Treasure braid, which I do like. I don't love either that one or Kreinik very much, but you know, it's the only way to get that sparkle. And so the next one I have is Alien by Charting Creations. I love the Alien movies. And when I first, I don't know, I thought it looked like he was giving the cat a hug. I know some people think that he's about to eat him, but either way, I thought it was really cool. And I got this as a kit, and the kit was great. This one I'm doing on 28 count, easy count, 2/1 half cross. And on this one, I don't see it on my list. Yes, I do. I am 7% done on this one. There was a lot of confetti over here, so I just worked my way over to the solid black so I could start to see his face, which just kind of inspired me to continue on that one a little bit. I haven't worked on that one for a while. And then I have Beauty and the Beast by Tilton Crafts. Oh, I thought I had a picture of that one. I guess I don't. Sorry. I'll pull that one up. It's the movie images from the live action movie of Beauty and the Beast. I'll try to not get too much glare on there. There's a ton of blue. I've just done a little bit of work on this. This one I am 4% done, and I'm doing 1/1 full cross on this one. It's just, so far, it's just a lot of blue. That's that one. And the next one is by Thread Geeks, and it is Outlander. Yep. Love me some Outlander. And this one I am 5% done, and I'm doing 2/1 half cross on 28 count. You can see the top of Claire's head there. And if I just don't want to do a confetti, I just work on that border a little bit, which is just a nice solid black. I love the gridded fabric. Oh my gosh. And so the next two are ones that I designed on Pick to Pat. There's a campground that my family has camped at for many, many years. That's up in Maine, and there's a big anchor that every year, of course, we make the kids sit up there and take their picture. So I wanted to try to do something that was Herbert Island related, so I think I bit off more than I can chew with these next two. To make it as clear as I wanted it, I had to do a lot of colors. So there's, I lost track. There's like 50 colors or something on this. And I really just started it just to get it going, and I haven't been on it since. It's pretty big, and I think I'm only 0.2% done on this one. And this one I'm doing full crosses on this one, on 28 count. So I just went into the center where that anchor is. Because again, I want to see how the clarity is and the detail is when I get into some of the trees this part would be easy to do. It's just blocks of color, but I'd hate to get all the way down here and then not like the way it looks. So this next one is also a Pick to Pat project that I did. Because my son and I were big Stargate fans. We went to a couple conventions, and Stargate was a big part of our lives for a while, and I wanted to stitch the gate of Stargate, which those of you who aren't familiar. And I also wanted to do it on like a spacey colored fabric, so I did my first trial at hand-dyed fabric, which I guess it came out okay. And it's linen. It was 28 count linen, which, I mean, I knew it was gonna shrink, but oof, I don't know if I did it wrong. It shrunk more, but it's tiny. It's tiny, and it's the same as the anchor chart. There's so many colors to make it actually look clear. So I'm not stitching any of the black, which is hard to tell actually how much I've stitched, because of course once I tried to fill that all in on Pattern Keeper, it's just, I can't tell how much I've actually done. Not a lot, because oh my gosh, the confetti in this is just brutal. So that is the, you can see where it's starting to make the turn. And then this is one of the little chevrons on the side, which is probably hard to tell. One of those light up triangular little things on the side there. So same thing as I was trying to do on the anchor. I'm trying to just get over to one of these chevrons so I can do the whole thing and see how it looks. You know, if it's super cartoony and doesn't look good, I just won't finish it. But this was my first go at, I mean, it wasn't my first go. I did practice on some smaller pieces. But I think it looks kind of spacey. It's got some blacks and some dark purples in there, and I like the opalescent. But I should probably pull that out. It just hurt. I was changing threads every 2 seconds. And that's all for my full coverage. And then the next ones I have are obviously the not full coverage, which I'm going to swap to my Adobe for some of these. So the next one is my Doctor Who related. It's called The TARDIS Galaxy by White Raven, which I got on Etsy. I just thought that was cute. So this is on, sorry, I gotta flip my page. I'm also really nervous, so sorry, I have to go by my notes or I won't remember anything. So this is 32 count Picture This Plus Da Vinci Lugana, and I'm using CXC and DMC on this one. This is one of the ones I'm going to try to get done so I can justify starting something else, because I think I'm more than halfway done on that. I wasn't sure about the squares, not the windows, but these other little spots where you were supposed to, you know, I guess it's supposed to look like stars reflecting. I'll probably just leave them. I thought about stitching those in, but that's that one. And the next one I have is a Stranger Things project, which was a freebie that I don't remember how I found it. I think it was in the nerdy cross-stitch group that I'm in on Facebook. So those of you that aren't familiar with Stranger Things, the Hellfire Club. So it's just, you know, from there to there, obviously, not the jacket. This, I just grabbed what I had in stash, so I didn't pay for any of this, because I did, but I didn't buy it special. So this is 28 count antique white Joblin even weave, and just whatever flosses I had, I picked out of my small stash. So I've got quite a bit of that done. I don't know when I'll pull it out. Maybe I'll wait for the next season to come out, which who knows when that will be. And then the next one I have, I'm a reader too, and I love fantasy and sci-fi. So Anne McCaffrey's Pern series is one of my favorite book series, and it's all dragons. So I found this, I think there's somebody else in the nerdy cross-stitcher group that I'm in. So this is The Weirs of Pern by Shelley Anderson Designs. And I think she must have posted a finish of this. This was the first time I tried to make some kind of a conversion, because it just hurt my brain a little bit to have 4, 3, and 1. So I wanted to have it 4 and 4. And then I took out the poem because I'm not good with backstitching. I am, as the title says, I'm just average. I'm not particularly fast or particularly good. I just enjoy it. So anyway, I took this out and made those more even, and I added a white dragon because there is a white dragon in the series. And I did this on, this is a Picture This Plus linen, 28 count, ancient, and this is a mixture also of DMC and CXC. I'm almost done. And what I decided to do was add some, I was going to add Weirs of Pern along the bottom, so it kind of had a title, but I'm not sure I like the font that I chose, and I feel like I should have given it more space between the symbols, and I really didn't feel like frogging all that out and moving it, so I may just continue to stitch the rest and see what it looks like. But liked that one. That one wasn't, it was pretty fast to stitch for me. It was pretty fast to stitch. And that's that one. And then I have one of my Mirabilias, which is, she's a Midsummer Night's Fairy. I always get her name wrong. I was drawn to her because of her wings. I thought they were really pretty. And they are pretty, but they're also kind of evil because it's all specialty flosses in there. Lots of Kreinik, and I'm almost done with her, and this is another one I should just finish. There's some spots in her dress I missed at the bottom, so I have to go back down there. And I got a bunch of the wings done. There's a lot more to do though. I put her in a timeout when I get frustrated, but I do have a couple other kitted up to go, and I'd like to start them, but I feel like I shouldn't until I get her squared away. This next one is a gift that I'm making for somebody. And this is the Hamster Hand by Alice Allen, which I found on Etsy. I thought it would be quick, but it was bigger than I expected. So I'm doing this on, I think it's 18 count black Aida, and I'm 32% done, and I'm doing 2/2 full cross on this one. I'm not sure why I went with Aida instead of Lugana or something, but it's kind of stiff. It's just not going, it just wasn't going as fast as I was hoping. I don't know why. So I put that one down for a while. Again, it's bigger than I thought it would be. I don't know why. I mean, I measured the fabric and everything, so I don't know why I was so surprised. And let's see. We're also Walking Dead fans. So this is a Walking Dead chart that I found on Etsy by Spots and Dots Shop. And I'm doing it on 28 count Heritage Lugana, 1/1 full cross. Oh, I should probably show you what this will look like. I also picked this one because I thought it would be quick, because it's just black stitching. Oh shoot, you know what? I don't think I can show you this one. It doesn't have an image. It just pulls up the chart. Well, I can just show you my screen here. So this is the chart. I don't know if that's clear. So on this one, I don't think this one counted for me. I'm not that far into it. I picked that fabric because I thought it looked like the colors that they use in the Walking Dead. You know, the title of the show when they put it on. It looks kind of like something's moldy and mildewy. Those are tiny. Tiny stitches on that one. And this next one is my only Teresa Wentzler I have on the go. I have the unicorn one that's all kitted up and ready. But this one I got the Cross Stitch Myth and Magic book. And this is the Princess and the Dragon. And it's my first Teresa Wentzler. And there are, as I'm sure they probably all are, lots of blends in this one. But I like it. I've been enjoying it. I just did a little bit of work on this one. I think the colors are really pretty, and like I said earlier, I like dragons, and I think his little face is cute. And that's about as far as I've got so far. I'm also not really good at partial stitches, so this is good practice for me for a couple of chatelaine projects I have coming at some point, but not for a while because I need to practice some of those stitches. And now this one is ink circles, which I did. Sorry, I say too much. This is the Elemental Dragon, and this is fire. I have everything I need for earth, and I also have the charts for air and water. I'm just waiting for some fabric for those. So this I am doing on 18 count Picture This Plus Earthen which when I got it, I don't know. See, the modeling is kind of just on the top and the sides and the bottom, and smack dab in the middle, there really wasn't any. It was like a clear spot, which I thought was kind of weird. But I bought it, and I'm not gonna get any other. Try to be frugal with my purchases. And I'm using Weeks Dye Works brick on that. I think they called for Glorianas, but those are hard to come by, and I didn't want to wait. So I enjoyed that one. Now the next two I haven't done a whole lot on in a while. This one is a Lord of the Rings. It's the door, the Gate of Moria door. And I chose to do it on a charcoal Lugana. I believe it's a Lugana. It's 32 count. Ooh, let me show you the picture of this one. I don't have it. And it's my first try with DMC glow in the dark. Anybody that's familiar with the movie knows that when they get the password, the whole thing lights up and glows. So I thought glow in the dark would be cool. I did not do anything to the edges, so it's fraying. I've got, put something behind that. I've got that much done. This one, it makes me struggle a little bit because there's straddle stitches, and so it kind of shifts off. It's hard for my brain to figure that out. So I really need to be focused when I want to work on that one. I think the next one's also a Lord of the Rings themed. This one, I think was another one I got on Etsy. This is the Hobbit door by Dusky Stitches, which is just charted in grays and blacks. But I thought it should be more, I don't know, hobbits live in a shire, it's green and it's earthy, and so this is another, kind of forgot that I tried to do a conversion. I tried to do a thread conversion on this. So I tried to switch them to all browns and tans instead of whites and grays. And this fabric, I can't remember what it's called. It's a fabric flare, and it just looked like earthy. So I am not very far on this. Yeah, I'm using Markup RXP on this, but I don't have it open, so I don't know how far I've gotten. Yeah. And actually, I skipped over my current work in progress, which is another Thread Geeks design, which is another Lord of the Rings design, and it is called Love and Valor. Oops. See if it'll let me open without... trying to open it without opening the whole chart. So that is Love and Valor. And I am, I think, 4% done on this one. Not very far. 7%, sorry. And this is a Monaco, I think. And I think I had some mistakes in here somewhere, so I got frustrated and I went down to where it was solid and then tried to work my way over so I could try to get to one of the faces, just so I could see, again, what the detail looked like. I've been working on that for a couple of days, so I might give that a break maybe after today. That might have been it. I have a couple projects that, one, I could really use some advice on, which is actually my only full-size Heaven and Earth design, which is called Hold True by Adele Sessler. And this is another one that I did on, again, I think it's Monaco, because honestly, it was super cheap, so trying to be thrifty. I don't know what I've done wrong on this one, but that's what this one looks like. And I was just still up in the corner where all those mottled colors are. I am only 2.7% done on this. I should have washed the fabric because it's pretty stiff. But it looks like it's gone crooked. And it's driving me batty. So I don't know. That's why I put it away, because I'm not sure. I mean, I'm using Pattern Keeper. I don't know if it's just an optical illusion or something, but it just looks like it's gone a little wonky. So I may just take it out again and then just start down here and then just try to work my way up and just see if it's not, if I haven't gone crooked. So I don't know if anybody has any tips on that. And I know I did the, I didn't do zigzag. I don't know why I just did straight across. I was probably distracted by something. So that I've almost decided to just not finish or get some gridded fabric and start again. This one I was doing 100% with CXC floss. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to really take stock of how much floss I used. And if I can, I just don't want to have any dye-lot problems. See if I have enough to start over. Because I thought that one was really pretty. Now this monstrosity is another Lord of the Rings design. It is Tilton Crafts Realm of Middle Earth map. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Well, I know what I was thinking. I just thought the Middle Earth map was cool, and they were having a sale, so I got it, and then I went all in, and I got this humongous piece of fabric, and all the floss, all DMC floss, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is about this. I'm just not enjoying it. And this fabric's huge. It covers probably 2/3 of my queen size bed. I can't remember the size of it, but it's 28 count, easy count, and I'm doing 2/1 tent or half cross, and I am 4,000 stitches in, but it's only 0.5%. And there's definitely some mistakes in there, because like I said, I'm not particularly great stitcher. If there's a mistake and I can try to flub around it, I will. I don't know. I just, I think I just get overwhelmed too, because it is so gargantuan. And I just have too many other things that I'm not sure. I thought about maybe trying to get it, and I did try to put some feelers out to see if anybody that either has that, because it's retired, would like to take over, for a fee at least to cover some of my costs. I had one person that was interested, and then I'm not sure what happened there, but so I don't know. I might put on a stash unloading. It's just the flosses alone and that fabric. I mean, geez, you could just cut the little part off that I did and have a big, huge piece of fabric. So I don't know. I have to think about those two. So that's kind of what I have. I'm sure that I garbled a lot of that. I was nervous, so I'm sure I just kind of skated across some of the details I wanted to share on some of those. I hope I got all the fabric counts and details that you'd want to hear. I thought maybe I would do this and perhaps just a second one with all my kitted up projects. I have almost just as many, I think. Some of them are small, but I have a couple of Mirabilias and a Joan Elliott that I have already. And I also have a small chatelaine, and I thought that I would start and try to start learning the specialty stitches, because I also got the deep blue sea chatelaine, which my husband was wonderful and got me the whole thread pack and bead pack for Christmas last year, and I just got the last 3 remaining Gloriana threads. So if I pull that out, I might actually have anybody who's interested in giving me some tips. I have a very nice piece of fabric from Chromatic Alchemy. That's a dark linen. That's beautiful. And then I also have a lighter colored Lugana coming from Bestitch Me. So I'll probably wait until that comes so that you guys can maybe help me decide. Unless I put them out together and I'm really gripped by one of them. I kind of feel like the dark would be really pretty, but I feel like it would also be a little harder, and where I'm not always perfect and make mistakes. I feel like I might make more mistakes if it's the darker than the lighter, but I can do kind of like a floss sauce, and you guys can try to give me some tips on that. So that's it. So thanks for watching.